dignitaries, chief guest, guest of honor, chairperson, board of governors, director, registrar, members of board of governors, the members of the Senate, guests, alumni and friends, all graduating students, faculty members, officers, staff, and members of the press. A warm and hearty welcome to all present at the 17th Convocation Ceremony of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. We request the audience to kindly maintain the decorum during the convocation ceremony. Photography other than our authorized photographers is strictly prohibited. The audience is requested not to shout or even clap during the ceremony. The ceremonial procedure comprising of the chairperson, board of governors, director, dean academic research, dean academic courses, all HODs led by registrar is about to enter the auditorium. The audience is earnestly requested to rise and remain standing till the members of the ceremonial procession take their respective seats on the convocation dais. The audience is requested to take their seats. Thank you all. our Honorable Chairperson, Board of Governors, Director and Registrar to light the convocation lamp. We now request our respected Chairperson, Board of Governors, Professor Sadanand Sadasiv Gokhale, to declare the 17th convocation open.
I declare the 17th convocation of NIT Durgapur open. Ayam Rambham Subhaya Bhavantu.
We now request our Honorable Director, Professor Anupam Basu, to present the Director's report and convey his message.
Respected Chief Guest, Padma Vibhushan Dr. Anil Kakotkar, Chancellor Homi Bhabha National Institute, Chairman Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission, and former Chairman Atomic Energy Commission of India. The guest of honor, Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, founder and chairman, the Chatterjee Group, Professor Sadanand Sadasiv Gokhale, chairperson, Board of Governors, NIT Durgapur, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, the faculty, the staff, and the students of the Institute, members of the media, ladies, gentlemen, and my dear graduating students. It's my great pleasure to extend a hearty welcome to you all to the 17th convocation of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur. We are indeed privileged to have with us today Dr. Anil Kakotkar as the chief guest. Dr. Kakotkar, one of the most distinguished nuclear scientists, was the chairman, Atomic Energy Commission of India, and the Secretary, Department of served as the director, Bhabha Atomic Research Center. He was one of the architects of India's peaceful nuclear tests in 1974 and 1998. Dr. Kakotkar received innumerable awards, including Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Vibhushan in his illustrious career. Incidentally, he was a have distinguished themselves in research, earning accolades and laurels. Some of them were selected as fellows in academia and professional bodies, as associate editors and members of the editorial boards of international journals, and were included in a list of top 2% scientists published by a team of Stanford University researchers. I congratulate each one of them for the international and national honors they have received. 663 PhD scholars are pursuing their doctoral studies in the institute. I am happy to inform you that this year 106 PhD degrees will be conferred in this convocation. NIT Durgapur is setting up Utkarsha Bhavan, a multi-storied central research academic laboratory complex using a loan from HEFA. It will house central research facility, central laboratory facility, and 4 state-of-art centers for advanced research. The centers: Center for Research on Environment and Water, Center for Biomedical Engineering and Assistive Technology, Center for Advanced Research on Energy, and Center of Excellence in IoT and Intelligent Systems have already been set up in research activities are in progress. NIT Durgapur is a member institute of BRICS Network University program under the thematic area Water Resources and Pollution Treatment. It's a nodal center for Spain under the Scheme for Promotion of Academic and Research Collaboration SPARK program. The faculty members and students are collaborating in research with the leading universities and industries in India and the world. Several MOUs have been signed with companies like TCS, Central Board of Irrigation and Power, Regional Center of Biotechnology, and PMRC Private Limited, etc. Dr. Subhash Sarkar, Honorable Minister of State for Education, Government of India, inaugurated the Center for Digital Learning in the Institute on 18th of August 2021. The center will be used to prepare e-learning resources and offer online courses. As a part of the social outreach program, rural school students belonging to the socio-economically disadvantaged groups will be educated in vernacular language through distance education in line with NEP 2020. 146 companies visited the institute for campus placement last year. More than 70% of the UG students were placed. Many more have also gone abroad for higher studies. The students are encouraged to pursue extracurricular and co-curricular activities, including NSC, NCC, NSS through Student Activity Center. There are 28 club activities in the institute. They organize several programs like Arohan, Avishkar, Moto Zangdong, and other cultural festivals like Restasi, Speak Make, etc. with great zeal. The students are also encouraged to participate in research actively and are sponsored by the institute to present papers in conferences. And a number of them have won various awards. I congratulate them and their mentors. The institute has been actively associated with Unnat Bharat Abhijan as a participating institute, as well as the Regional Coordinating Institute for West Bengal and Sikkim. The institute is also expanding and modernizing its physical infrastructure to cater to the growing needs. The projects like expansion of the Computer Science and Engineering Department and the renovation of the Central Library have been completed. Lifts have been installed at different points of the institute as a part of infrastructure development for the differently abled persons. A few more projects like construction of electrical engineering measurement laboratory, boundary wall expansion, renovation of residential quarters are nearing completion. A few more projects have been initiated under the implementation of the EWS reservation scheme. To fill up vacancies, online faculty selection interview has been started and the recruitment of officers has been initiated. I, on behalf of NIT Durgapur family, wish to place on record our gratitude to the Ministry of Education, Government of India, Government of West Bengal, Department of Science and Technology, the Durgapur Municipal Corporation, NPIU, and other agencies for their constant support and encouragement. I express my most sincere thanks to the Chairperson Board of Governors for his valuable advice and regular guidance. I personally acknowledge the support and encouragement received from all members of the Board of Governors, Finance Committee, Senate, Building Works Committee, the faculty, staff and other stakeholders of the Institute. Above all, I thank my students who overcame most severe challenges in the pandemic time to continue with their academic activities in right earnest. In the 17th convocation today, 659 Btec, 224 Mtech, 22 MBA, 28 MCAs, 48 MScs, and 106 PhDs will be awarded. Dear graduates, it is an unpleasant feeling that we have to hold a convocation with your virtual presence only. However, I do believe that your attachment to this institute is real and deep. An institute is known by its alumni who make the institute proud. Your contribution will be the paving stone of the country's journey towards self-dependence and glory. At this critical juncture of time, when all of us are having a fresh look at life, we are also getting the chance of looking at our past, our tradition, our positives as well as negatives. And such relook must be done through a glass tinted with scientific way of reasoning, so that it reveals what needs to be done and we can engineer the way forward. The diversity of India is our strength, and we must harness the potential correctly. I appeal to all of you to be the flag bearers of this intense work. All of you will have your personal goals and achievement, and I wish that you reach that goal. Please spend a while to evaluate how your individual goals synergize with the bigger goal of building the nation. Let us grow through collaboration and not only through competition and rat race. On this convocation day, I am feeling the urge to look far and visualize that our alumni have radiated in multiple sectors: economics, industry, entrepreneurial achievements, research and education, health, as well as social works. If with all what you have gone through and have been armed with, you can be the Midas touch to any segment of the marginalized Indians and can bring them close to the mainstream, the unseen flag of pride of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, will flutter higher. I thank you once again, our chief guest, the guest of honor, chairperson, and members of the BOG and FC, Senate, Building and Works Committee, and all other distinguished guests for being with us today. I also extend my thanks to my colleagues, the faculty, the staff, and the students, without whose untiring efforts it would not have been possible to organize this ceremony. Thank you all. Jai Hind. May I now request Chairperson Board of Governors to deliver his message to the graduates.
Chief guest of today's convocation, Dr. Anil Kakorkar, guest of honor, Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, members of the Board of Governors, members of all the statutory bodies of NIT Durgapur, faculty, staff, students, deans, registrar, and the director, and most importantly, the graduates of the class of 2021. A very warm welcome to you all. This is an important day in your life. First and foremost, I wish to offer my heartiest congratulations and best wishes to the graduates and award winners. Award winners who are present over here, they would be carrying sentimental goodbye to this particular institute. You are the chosen ones. There are large number of your batchmates who couldn't be over here, but I'm glad as a representative of the wider body, you are here, and I offer you my best wishes. You have successfully crossed the first milestone of your life to face real world challenges and aspire to be the world leaders of the future. You are leaving the annals of the institute, as the director mentioned, when NIT Durgapur rose from 47th to the 29th position in the NIRF ranking due to the collective efforts of all the stakeholders. Our students and researchers are well acknowledged world over for their academics as well as the research potential, and they are suitably acknowledged and rewarded. I also place on record my sincere thanks to the director, Professor Anupam Basu, for ably leading and guiding faculty and staff of the institute who have put their best efforts in trying times. Allow me to remove this. All right. Past 2 years had been rather difficult for all of us due to unpredictable COVID pandemic. When mankind world over was grappling with other serious issues of global warming due to overall environmental degradation, COVID hit us as a bolt from the blue. Cause effect, consequences thereof and lessons learned will be debated on various platforms in the days to come. When you are stepping into the real world, practice and concentrate on critical thinking and problem solving. All of us know what are the problems. Somebody needs to come up with the solutions for these problems. In the era of fake news and offshoot of the social media, develop ability to differentiate between the fact and fiction. Everyday scientists are learning newer aspects of variety of problems, including rapidly transforming COVID derivatives, and the final word is still not out. At this juncture, only truth and science should prevail. Scientific mind in you should question everything to originate original ideas. Independent thought that would be implemented into action will make you the leaders of tomorrow. You have been equipped with the fundamentals, and now it is a time to apply them. Remain in touch with your alma mater and support in any cause of your choice. In spite of a tragic loss of life and livelihood during the past couple of years, COVID taught us few lessons as a collective response from the world over. These include resilience and adaptability to innovate in developing vaccination in just under 1 year, which is indeed an astonishing achievement. Upgrading health infrastructure and newer methods to circumvent deficiencies from the PPE, masks, oxygen concentrators, supply chain management issues in the essential services, etc. We learned to resize our wants and needs. We thought that we needed everything, but we realized that we can do away with some of those things. We learned to achieve some certain degree of self-discipline with a fond hope that we would escalate it to the social discipline as well. From the personal discipline to the social or the societal discipline is the way forward to tackle this particular COVID. All of us are seeing the surges coming and going. We need to be a little bit careful about it. All these also had a few drawbacks in terms of a poor social networking and physical and mental health. We must try to find out solution to this in a real quick time. All of us are eager to listen to Dr. Aaril Kakorkar, former chairman of Atomic Energy Commission and currently Chancellor of Homi Bhabha National Institute. I have known him for more than a decade and a half and had a good fortune to work with him on the NIT Review Committee report. He is passionate about energy of any and all forms, from atomic to the renewable solar. His penchant for the quality, especially in the higher and technical education, is indeed laudable. As the chairman of RGSTC, Rajiv Gandhi Science Technology Commission of Maharashtra government, he is instrumental in promoting appropriate technology projects, especially in the rural areas. We are extremely fortunate that he accepted our invitation to grace our convocation and offer you words of wisdom. We thank him for it. I leave you with this interesting anecdote in a lighter vein. WMD has a negative connotation. Some of you would know it. It's called the weapons of mass destruction, which is true as far as the COVID is concerned. In today's COVID pandemic times, WMD also means washing hands, masking, and distancing. Stay safe, be kind and compassionate to others, and take care of yourself and all near and dear ones. My best wishes to all of you, and we look forward to seeing you in the good times in near future. Thank you very much, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We now request our Honorable Director to present the degree recipients in this convocation to the Chairperson, Board of Governors.
Sir, the students who have been considered qualified for admission to the degree of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, have assembled. Sir, may I introduce to you the students who have already been considered qualified by the Institute to receive the degree of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, India, to which I pray they may be admitted.
Now we request our respected registrar to present the recipients and request the Chairperson Board of Governors to distribute the Institute gold medals. We request the Chairperson Board of Governors to kindly do the honors.
I now request our Honorable Chairperson to distribute the Institute and Institute gold medals. I am reading out their names. Institute gold medal for the postgraduate program Btec in Chemical Engineering, Seema Kumari Singh. M.Tech in Environmental Science and Technology, Nilanjana Bhattacharjee. M.Tech in Fluid Mechanics and Heat Transfer, Syed Faisal Pasha Quadri. M.Tech in Metallurgy and Materials Technology, Anirban Hajra. M.Tech in Microelectronics and VLSI, N.G. Manikanta Singh. M.Tech in Operations Research, Putul Gorai. M.Tech in Power Systems, Yuglina Pradhan. MBA in Management Studies, Shubham Agasti. MSc in Physics, Sonu Jana. Recipients of Institute Gold Medals for the undergraduate program, Btec in Biotechnology, Shreyoshi Kormokar. Btec in Civil Engineering, Amandip Sandhu. Btec in Information Technology, Rohit Kumar. Btec in Mechanical Engineering, Rohit Mishra. Btec in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, Doita Pal.
We now request our Honorable Registrar to present the recipients and request the Director to distribute the endowment gold medals. We request the Honorable Director to kindly do the honors.
The Parpat Devi Chandumal Memorial Gold Medal for Scholastic Excellence among girl students of Btec program goes to Vaishnavi Mate. Srimati Torulata Sinha Memorial Gold Medal for highest CGPA in Btec in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering goes to Doita Pal. Sonu Jana receives the Professor M.S. Sinha Memorial Gold Medal for highest CGPA in Master of Science in Physics.
We now request our Honorable Director to introduce the guest of honor.
It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, the guest of honor in today's convocation. Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee is the founder and chairman of the Chatterjee Group, TCG, founded in 1989. TCG is a premier private equity firm with investments and operations spanning several continents and industries from 1989 to 2000. Dr. Chatterjee had been closely associated with Soros Fund Management, and he served as an investment advisor to entities in the Quantum Group of funds for over 13 years. In this role, Dr. Chatterjee had been responsible for investment over $3 billion around the world. As a partner at McKinsey and Company Incorporated, Dr. Chatterjee advised leading companies on strategic, organizational, and operational issues. Under Dr. Chatterjee's leadership, TCG has garnered over 3 decades of experience in leveraged acquisitions of operating companies and other private equity transactions, TCG has compiled a highly successful investment record in India in a number of key areas, including financial services, pharmaceuticals, life sciences, information technology services, software engineering, petrochemicals, chemicals, and real estate. As one of the primary founders of the Indian School of Business, Dr. Chatterjee is passionately committed to promoting entrepreneurship as a key to India's economic development. He is a trustee of the Asia Society and is a member of the College of Engineering Advisory Board at the University of California, Berkeley. He also serves on the board of several group portfolio companies. Dr. Chatterjee received a Btec from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and an MSc and PhD in Industrial Engineering and Operations Research from the University of California, Berkeley. May I now request Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee to kindly deliver his address.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, Chairman of the Governing Board, Director of the Institute, Registrar of the Institute, the heads of the departments, and very, very Honorable Sri Padma Vibhushan Anil Kakotkar ji. It is my great pleasure and privilege to be able to address the assembled students as well as the parents, teachers, well-wishers for this 17th convocation of NIT Durgapur. When I was approached to give this lecture, I was a little bit reticent because I did not know what direction the pandemic will go, where I will be, whether in the US or India. I wanted to come and be there with you, but that was not possible given the way this Omicron wave is going. But I'm really excited that I got this opportunity to address the 800 graduating students who are transitioning from your getting fundamentals of the education to the real world, where you will be, as somebody said, building the pillars of modern India. As I think about what I should share with you, what messages I leave with you, I thought that maybe I tell a little bit of my story, lessons I've learned during pandemic, and present to you some ideas, and maybe it will be helpful to you as you embark on a journey that I did 50 years back when I graduated from IIT Kharagpur, a nearby institute. So I did my graduation in mechanical engineering after being in Rapid Mission, Narendrapur. I come from a middle-class Bengali family. At those days, the aspirations of everybody, the society, was more akin to you get a degree and then you get a job and you stay in the job for the next 30 years. Somehow my life evolved in a very different way, and you will see that evolution was anything but a stable future. So after graduating from IIT Kharagpur in mechanical engineering, 1971, I went to University of California, Berkeley. Literally, at that time, I had $8 in my pocket. I took a loan for the first semester, and then, of course, I got some research assistantship and continued and finished my PhD in operations research in 1974. I thought I will join an academic entity. I had an offer to be a teacher, an assistant professor in Cornell. Rather than taking that job, I went to a nearby place called Stanford Research Institute. Thereafter working for 2.5 years, I thought I see a little bit more of the real world and the East Coast. So I went and joined McKinsey and Company for 2 years. It ended up, I stayed there for 10. I was not only learning a lot of industry, the problems of the industries, and solving them. I always had a penchant to come back to India. And so I was trying to figure out how do I come back to India and serve the country. But that had to wait till I can establish my own foundation. So I decided that from McKinsey, I will start to work a business. But I had no money. But as a consultant, so I ended up coming in contact with, at that time, the gentleman was not so famous, but he is very famous now, is Mr. George Soros. So I bought a small company which was doing switching systems for mainframe computers. Because there was a time when people thought the mainframe computers will die, but based on my consulting work, I realized despite the advent of PC, the life of mainframe computer is going to be a long time. In technology world, of course, that's 10 years is a long time. So I acquired a small company which was doing plug-compatible manufacturing of switching systems. That initiative ended up being reasonably successful. So I went on to work with Mr. Soros and his quantum group of funds for the next 16 years and did over 80, 90 investments. I was doing various things from software, technology. Then came a time I went on to do emerging markets investments. I got a chance and got invited by Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, Sri Jyoti Basu, to take a look at a greenfield project. Now, I am not used to a greenfield project. I am not even a chemical engineer. But he made a passionate appeal for me to look into that project, and I decided that I will take on that challenge. It was 4 years to make this plant. We did a lot of things to make that plant in 37 months. And it took time. We went through a crisis period of 97, 98, and the financing structure of the company was extremely stressed. But rather than walking away, we said we will stay with it and turn it around. Mr. Soros was not keen, so he exited the project and I took the full responsibility of that project. To cut the long story short on Haldia Petrochemicals, it went through a lot of growing pain. In 2015, we finally managed to get it fully stabilized and under our control. Since the last 6 years, it's been doing well, and it was doing well to a point where we were able to acquire in the US in last June 2020, one of the world's largest chemical technology company called Alumnus Technology. Those of you graduating in chemical engineering would know whether it's refining, petrochemicals, gasification, or energy transition. Alumnus has been 130 years of history of providing technologies to many of the downstream industries. But what is interesting to me is we acquired this for Haldia, an India-based, Bengal-based company, a global technology company. In the 70 years of history, India has always been taking other people's technology in this area because that was probably easier to do. Now I think we have inherent insight, capability, and we will look forward to building technologies of material transformation for the next 100 years. And I hope many of the graduates today will find it to be an interesting place to work as we build those capabilities. Now, Mr. Kakotkar knows how it has been to be self-reliant in technologies that are not otherwise available. And I feel we are inspired by what has been done by BARC and the whole Atomic Energy Commission and ISRO in growing indigenous technologies. During this pandemic, we also acquired a synthetic fiber manufacturing company in Gujarat called Garden Silk Mills. We also started what Director Professor Anupam Bose mentioned, is TCG Crest. TCG Crest is going to be 20 not-for-profit, 20 research centers in new areas of technology that will be required by the world in solving many of the challenges of whether it's climate change or pandemic or just basic livelihood. So we see tremendous growth in areas of technology, and as Chairperson Mr. Gokhale said, that science is becoming more and more critical. As you see, after 42 days of finding the DNA sequence, the world could come up with a vaccine. Normally, a vaccine takes 15 years to make. Ebola vaccine is the one that came up in 5 years, but this time there was a vaccine, mRNA vaccine was designed in 42 days, and then of course it took about less than a year in order for it to be given to the human being. So you can see the relevance of science and technology in making this thing happen. It was not just only biochemistry. Manufacturing this is an extremely complex process of bioengineering. So as you look back, I see that humanity comes up with a lot of technology when it faces challenges. Because of the World War II, you look at the post-World War II, during World War II, the world came up with a fluidized catalytic converter to make gasoline. And subsequent periods, we saw so many new technologies from internet, GPS, all of these things got funded because of the huge amount of funding that was coming into the science and technology post-World War II period in the US and rest of the world. So I see this pandemic is also an interesting period of new technologies are getting developed at a much more rapid pace. And this is an opportunity also for you. So if I look at my journey, and TCG Crest is a very important element of my current journey. So if I look at it, from one sense, I've got a whole bunch of companies that are creating wealth that depends on knowledge created by others. So TCG Crest is our initiative now in creating the knowledge. So I then see a cycle where wealth creation leads to knowledge creation, and knowledge creation leads back to wealth creation. So these are the two wheels which makes the society move, and I want to be able to contribute in that process. And I hope you all will be looking at it in a similar way. What has pandemic taught us? Although it has been very challenging, many families have lost many people, but to me, during the pandemic, we also probably society got advanced by at least 5-6 years by this whole thing about remote working and work from home has changed the way the future of work will be. And its significance is the way I see it for you graduates is as follows. But I had to go to America to get global experience, work in various places in America, and then work and invest in other parts of the world to get experience. Today, you can work from Bengal, from India, and get those kinds of experience and, and, and be a contributing member not only to the state, to the country, and to the world in science and technology areas. CREST has started with 4 centers out of 20. First, and as Director mentioned, we already have a collaboration with NIT Durgapur, and we are looking forward to that. And just like 106 PhD students are coming out, we hope we can increase that number together. CREST has got Quantum Engineering Center, Institute for Advancing Intelligence, Research Institute for Sustainable Energy, where we are doing research on solid-state batteries to start with, and there will be other areas of sustainable energy work. We also have Chinta, which is doing work on neurodegenerative diseases, and I see post-pandemic we will be involved in various activities of biomedical sciences, including research on longevity. So, students, as you look towards getting into the next phase of your life, you should enjoy the jobs that you are getting, as I did when I graduated from NIT Kharagpur. It gave me some freedom to start building some financial capability. But the way I saw it, the way my life evolved, I embraced change. I did not stay in the same thing for too long. I embraced change and challenge, like doing a greenfield project in Bengal under communist regime, which was for a America educated, partially American educated, but my knowledge, my skill sets was not to do business in Bengal. So I had to, it was a completely different experience. And I think through facing these challenges and having many failures in this process, I also developed experiential knowledge to deal with the various aspects of nation building, to dealing with people empathetically, dealing with providing leadership to teams, and those are the skill sets that I think I picked up. I think mention was done about critical thinking. I also feel through failures, sometimes as you reflect back on failures, you realize what is critical thinking, what is important. Just not what gets presented in the news media or even in books. When you have felt it in your bones, you will know how to make the distinction between good and bad, and those are the things that you need critical thinking for. And that what will guide you as you go forward. I also think the pursuit of excellence is more important than pursuit of success. As in the movie Three Idiots, you have seen the character Rambo played by Amir Khan, who is saying, don't pursue success, pursue excellence, success will come. I also see the wealth comes because you are successfully pursuing some of your chosen activity. I also feel that, sometimes you have to give up something, but only give up those that are not essential to you. So when it came to Haldia Petrochemicals' journey, I did not give up, even though it put huge amount of stress on me and my family. But there are many other things that I had to give up during this time period. So, yes, pursue your dream, but more important in pursuing the dream, try different things. As an engineer coming into this new world, I feel the knowledge will be moving very, very rapidly. Change in knowledge or relevant knowledge will be very rapid compared to what has been in the past. And you have learned how to learn. You have to think about how to stay relevant by changing things every 5 to 7 years. Whether you change the company or change the jobs in the company or you change into something else. I would think to shorten the time period of the relevant knowledge to in your planning for the future to 5 to 7 years time frame. I would also think there's lots of opportunities to do things in startups. I've been told there are 100 plus companies that got startups funding in India, and there are 100 companies that are unicorns, meaning they got a valuation of $1 billion, and all of them have started no earlier than 2005. Those startups today doesn't require you to have a lot of family money. You can do it if you have the ideas and build a team, and that idea has to meet requirements of a targeted audience. So join startups, even if the startup fails, the experience that you will get will be an asset for you. I'm not saying you should join every startup. You should make your own diligence about the startup, whether you feel good about it or not, but join them. I think doing entrepreneurship through startups with taking advantage of the new technologies that are coming in, whether from institutes like NIT or Quest, you will be able to figure it out that there is not only knowledge creation, wealth creation happening, but it's also taking care of many of the people, many of the Indian subcontinent who are below poverty line. Because many of these technologies are going to be helping people get out of the poverty line. Just to give an example, even though Haldia Petrochemicals today employs 6,000 people, but its products are used by so many other companies, and almost 5 lakh employment has been created in state of West Bengal in processing this plastic. And it happened because Haldia Petrochemicals is providing the basic raw material. Today's world, the raw material is software, AI, ML, and other things, because that's going to change the way the whole production system is going to get more and more efficient. So even if you go join an industrial company, you will have opportunity to use advanced technology and make them more productive. So, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow students, you are entering a golden period of development and the need for engineers as you go forward. So I wish you the best of luck. Change and learn and stay committed to the building wealth for yourself, for the country, and in the process, the country will be stronger. A strong country is a strong economy, and we need that by having you all remain productive within the country while exploiting the opportunities in the globe. And today's remote working, work from home, all of these technologies will enable you to do that. Thank you very much. Wish you the best. You stay true to the alma mater. I still get involved with my IIT Kharagpur and UC Berkeley. And just like you'll be too committed to the motherland, you should also remain committed to your alma mater. Thank you very much. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir. We now request our Honorable Director to present the awardees and the respected Chief Guest, Dr. Anil Kakotkar, to distribute the Distinguished Alumnus Award. We request the respected Chief Guest to kindly do the honors.
Sir, we take the privilege of and take the pride also to announce that NIT Durgapur has instituted Distinguished Alumnus Award to honor their distinguished ex-students. And this year, we are conferring the award on 3 of our distinguished alumni in 2 categories. First, 2 in academic excellence and 1 in entrepreneurial excellence. First, in academic and research excellence, the first award goes to Professor Dilip Kumar Pratihar, Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering in 1988. At that time it was REC Durgapur. Btec in Mechanical Engineering in 1994 from erstwhile REC Durgapur. Professor Pratihar served as faculty member of this institute for the period 1990 to 2002. He obtained PhD from IIT Kanpur and joined Mechanical Engineering Department, IIT Kharagpur, as a faculty member in 2003 after carrying out postdoctoral research in Japan and then in Germany under Alexander von Humboldt Fellowship. He was awarded the Bardwan University Gold Medal in 88, A.M. Das Memorial Medal in 87, Institute of Engineers Medal in 2002. He is the recipient of Humboldt Fellowship in 2001, Shastri Fellowship in 2019, INSA Teachers Award in 2020, New Code of Education Award in 21. He was listed among the world's top 2% scientists in a survey carried out by a Stanford researcher. Professor Pratihar established the Soft Computing Lab and Robotics Lab at IIT Kharagpur and completed more than 20 sponsored and consultancy projects, has more than 280 research publications in reputed journals and conferences, delivered more than 50 invited and keynote lectures, and has authored 2 textbooks, co-authored 1 textbook, edited 1 book, and co-authored 4 reference books. He has guided 24 PhDs. He has developed 3 NPTEL courses on robotics, traditional and non-traditional optimization tools, fuzzy logic, and neural networks. Professor Pratihar's special academic interests are fundamentals and applications of soft computing, fundamentals of robotics, manufacturing science. He occupied several administrative positions in IIT Kharagpur, namely the professor in charge of central timetable, etc. NIT Durgapur is privileged to confer upon Professor Pratihar the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2021 for his contributions in academics and research. I request Professor Pratihar to share his feelings.
I'm profoundly grateful to NIT Durgapur for giving me this award. I'm extremely happy to receive this award. On this occasion, I remember the contribution of my present employer, my past employers, my students, my teachers, my family members and friends to make me what I am today. Now, let me say a few words regarding my journey from REC Durgapur. I joined REC Durgapur as a student in the year 1984, and I received BE Honours in the year 1988. I joined industry, stayed there for 2 years, and once again I came back to REC Durgapur and joined as a faculty member. I got the opportunity to teach various types of subjects. Also, I got the opportunity to learn the fundamentals of teaching, research and administration. In fact, I got the initial momentum from RC Durgapur in 3 directions, that is teaching, research and administration.
Dr. Pratihar, my proud privilege to recognize you for this award. Thank you very much.
The second Distinguished Alumnus Award 2021 in Academics and Research goes to Professor Alok Pal, a graduate in Metallurgical Engineering in 1996, REC Durgapur. Professor Pal completed his ME from IISc Bangalore and PhD from Eindhoven University of Technology, the Netherlands. After a short stint as a postdoctoral fellow at the University of British Columbia, Canada, he joined the Department of Material Science, IISc, Bangalore as an assistant professor in 2005. Currently, he is a full professor and heading the group working on solid-state diffusion. He served as the visiting professor at the University of Münster, Germany, and Aalto University, Finland. Alok Pal is known to have made notable contribution in the field of solid-state diffusion. While at Eindhoven University of Technology, he was among the group of scientists who made path-breaking discoveries showing previously unknown phenomena. These are included in the textbooks extensively. At IISc, Professor Pal's group solved the most important problem in multi-component diffusion, which was considered unsolved and impossible during the 9 decades. This is now referred to as Dr. Paul's method in the international community, and it has emerged as a new research tool in the field of solid-state diffusion. Professor Paul has published more than 100 papers in reputed journals. He has co-authored a textbook and 2 volumes of Handbook on Solid-State Diffusion, served as an editorial board member in various international journals, and as Project Advisory Committee member of ACRB, DST, India. He also serves as the International Advisory Panel member of Diffusion in Materials. Professor Paul is an Alexander von Humboldt Fellow, awarded Microsoft of Research India Outstanding Young Faculty in 2010, Metallurgist of the Year by Ministry of Steel in 2014, and Shanti Sharup Bhatnagar Prize in 2017. In 2018, he was listed among the Asian Scientist 100. In 2020, he was inducted as a Fellow of Indian Academy of Science. NIT Durgapur is privileged to confer upon Professor Pal the Distinguished Alumnus Award 2021 for his contributions to academic and research. May I request Professor Alok Pal to share his experiences at NIT Durgapur for a couple of minutes.
First, I should thank Director Professor Anupam Basu, Professor Indrajit Basak, and the selection committee for their decision to confer this award to me. I am deeply honored and humbled to be recognized as the distinguished alumnus of NIT Durgapur. It is indeed special to be honored by the institute which has given the foundation to my professional career. I thank all my teachers who taught in the institute. After receiving the joining letter from IISc as an assistant professor, I went to meet retired Professor Senior Ravin Roy at his home, who encouraged me to join IISc for master's degree and go for research. I thanked him for the suggestion. Thanks to my profession that I am still connected to the students from NIT Durgapur. I have guided several students from the institute for their MTech and PhD degrees. One of them is now professor at IIT Delhi. Now also I have 2 students from NIT Durgapur working in my research group. On this occasion, I should mention my batchmates, as I strongly believe that we create memories not inside but outside the class that keep us connected for the rest of our life. To be frank, the 4 years I spent in the institute remains the best part of my life. I am sure that my friends from the institute will be happy for me to receive this award. I thank all of them for creating so many sweet memories. With this, I end it by thanking the institute again to consider me for this award.
The Distinguished Alumnus Award 2021 in the Entrepreneurial Venture category goes to Mr. Devashish Rakshit, a graduate in Chemical Engineering in 1980 from REC Durgapur. After graduation from REC Durgapur, Mr. Devashish Rakshit has done MS in Nuclear Engineering, MS in Biomedical Engineering, MS in Applied Mathematics with minor in Computer Engineering, and MBA from different universities of USA. He had worked in several reputed financial and banking companies in US and Japan. After rendering his service to Dow Jones as sales manager, Mr. Rakshit established his own venture, Intersoft, in 1999 in Japan, primarily in a very small scale to provide IT services to Tokyo-based clients. Soon its business started growing and the company started its offices at various parts of the globe. It's a phenomenal growth story under the able leadership of Mr. Rakshit. Currently, he is the president and CEO of his company, which employs more than 350 multilingual, multicultural technology staff coming from 20 plus nationalities. The following are the development graphs of Intersoft. Built as an offshore development center in 21, Intersoft entities was established in Singapore and Taiwan in 2004 and was established at San Jose in 2005. Today, the business turnover Intersoft is over Indian rupees 110 crores. NIT Durgapur is privileged to confer upon Mr. Rakshit the Distinguished Alumnus Award for his contribution in the entrepreneurial venture. I request Mr. Rakshit to share his feelings.
Dear Chairman of the 17th Convocation at NIT Durgapur, distinguished guests, and my fellow alumni, I am surprised and very humbled to receive this award. Although I know there are many alumni who are equally or more qualified for this award, I am accepting this award on their behalf, especially our batchmates from the year 1975 to 1980. It has been a long and enjoying journey from my village, Jantipahari in Bankura, to REC Durgapur, now NIT Durgapur, to California, USA, University of California, as well as the University of Southern California in Los Angeles, to Tokyo, Japan. I continue to enjoy every day of my life. In closing, I wanted to thank my batchmates and nominators Somen Roy and Ashish Kole, as well as Director Anupam Basu and fellow alumni Shivendu. I understand that we are all going through a pandemic, and I am very confident that with the assistance of all the vaccines, we will overcome this pandemic. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you all once again. Jai Hind.
I once again congratulate all the awardees and thank our chief guest, Dr. Kakotkar, for doing the honors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now request our respected chairperson, Board of Governors, to introduce the chief guest.
Dr. Anil Kakorkar, born in the year 1943, joined the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, known as a BARC, in 1964. Following the one-year postgraduate training with a top rank in nuclear science and technology in the then Atomic Energy Establishment, he became the director of BARC in the year of 1996 and was the chairman Atomic Energy Commission and Secretary to the Government of India, Department of Atomic Energy during the years 2000 to 2009. He was a DAE Homi Bhabha Chair Professor during January 2010 to January 2015 and INAE Satish Dhawan Chair of Engineering Eminence during January 2015 to January 2017. Currently, he is a AICTE Distinguished Chair Professor. Dr. Kakorkar obtained his Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering from the Bombay University in 1963 and MSc in the Experimental Stress Analysis from the Nottingham University in 1969. Dr. Anil Kakotkar has worked for the development of the atomic energy program in India throughout his professional life. Dr. Anil Kakotkar has been a key contributor to India's strategic program. He was among the chosen few involved in the first successful peaceful nuclear explosion experiment that India conducted on May 18, 1974 at Pokhran. And later, he played a key role in the series of successful nuclear tests conducted during May 1998, again at Pokhran. The comprehensive and robust program under Dr. Kakodkar's leadership has earned India a distinctive status as a country with the advanced nuclear technology. The development of technologies for better quality of life of our people has received considerable boost under Dr. Kakodkar's leadership. Besides energy, these cover radiation processing of food and agro products, agriculture with emphasis on oilseeds and pulses, healthcare particularly related to the cancer, urban and rural waste management, and desalination of water. Notable also are his innovative contributions to human resource development activities. Establishment of NISER, National Institute of Science, Education and Research, DAE Mumbai University CBS, which is Center for Basic Sciences, and HBNI, Homi Bhabha National Institute, are expected to result in a fresh wave of human resource development, generating greater experimental capabilities and bringing in linkages between basic research and technology development for the acceleration of India's multifaceted atomic energy program. Other initiatives of Dr. Kakorkar include new Center for Research at Visakhapatnam, Hyderabad, Kolkata and Bangalore. Dr. Kakorkar has over the years built competent teams of highly specialized scientists and engineers in the reactor engineering program. He has brought out more than 250 scientific papers and reports on various aspects of his work. He had chaired several committees, especially to give recommendations regarding education. Further, Technology Information Forecasting and Assessment Council, TIFAC, Apex Group led by him, has brought out Technology Vision 2035. The document was released by Honorable Prime Minister of India during the Science Congress on January 3, 2016. Dr. Anil Kakorkar was the Chairman Solar Energy Corporation in its formative stages. He was also Chairman Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics IUCAA during 2006 to 2012. Chairman Governing Board Inter-University Accelerator Center, New Delhi, and Chairman Board of Governors of the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay during the years 2006 to 2015. Dr. Kakodkar presently devotes his time primarily on issues related to energy, education, and societal development. He has been propagating the concept of SILAGE, a knowledge-based ecosystem for bridging city and village gaps for technology-enabled sustainable development in rural areas. Dr. Kakorkar has been honored by all 3 Padma Awards, the highest state award of Maharashtra, Goa and Madhya Pradesh, besides several national and international awards and the honors. May I now request Dr. Kakoda to deliver the convocation address for NIT Durgapur students.
Thank you, Professor Gokhale, Chairman Board of Governors of NIT Durgapur, Professor Anupam Basu, Director NIT Durgapur, Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, Guest of Honor at today's function, members of Board of Governors and Senate, distinguished invitees, all colleagues from NIT Durgapur, dear students, especially those graduating today, proud parents of graduating students present here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me at the outset express my gratitude to Professor Gokhale and Professor Basu for the invitation to today's convocation. I am indeed happy to be with you, though virtually. My congratulations to all those graduating today. A special word of appreciation for top rankers and winners of various medals and awards. The competitive world of today presents unprecedented challenges as well as opportunities for all those who wish to take them. I expect that on the basis of capability that you have acquired here at NIT Durgapur, you will be able to realize maximum success for yourself as well as for the country. May all your dreams be fully realized. On the day of convocation, it's important that we express our gratitudes to our teachers. And it was so nice that we saw 3 distinguished alumni to be recognized at this convocation by the Distinguished Alumnus Award. Professor Pratihar, Professor Alok Pal, and Professor Devashish Rakshit. Congratulations to them and gratitude to all teachers who are kind of important contributors to this major movement of higher technical education. National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, is among the leading higher technological These institutions are bearers of India's march on the path of technology progress that is so crucial to national development. Technological progress, apart from being instrumental in human capability enhancement for general societal development and economic growth, is crucial also for being in the forefront of global competition on one hand and for uplifting the poor and the marginalized and bridging the rising disparity on the other side. I believe India must take up both these challenges, that is, being on the forefront on the technological scene globally and leveraging technologies to bridge the disparity gaps. India must take up both these challenges in a more focused manner rather expeditiously. Even as we work on technological progress in a more general way, I wish to use today's occasion to talk about this at some length. To be effective in this context, our knowledge institutions have to be both knowledge creators as well as value creators, as Dr. Chatterjee just told us. And while doing so, it's important that for this purpose, we need to inculcate such an aptitude and capability in our students. Between the years 2008 and 2018, India's publications of science and engineering articles increased from around 49,000 to around 1,35,000, an annual growth rate of 10.73%. So the country now accounts for around 5.31% of the total world publications in science and engineering and stands in the third position behind China and USA. While we have a lot of further ground yet to be covered, both in terms of numbers as well as quality, I think we are well on our way to become world-class knowledge creators. So I think we should note that we are making great progress. One hopes that world of science would soon see a larger impact of Indian wisdom arising out of scientific research within the country. In the context of value creation, however, India at present ranks 40th on the International Intellectual Property Index and stands at 20th spot among the top 100 countries that have been ranked in the Global Startup Ecosystem Index 2021 by the Startup Blinks. We have thus done relatively better in a short time in the startup space. However, not all startups can be categorized as high-tech startups. While innovation does spur economic growth, we need innovations in high-tech space to become globally competitive. Something that has started happening, and we just heard an excellent account from the personal experience of Dr. Chatterjee. We need to ascend on the knowledge-based value creation ladder rather fast. Certainly much faster than other key players, because that is what would bridge the gap between them and us and succeed in the global competition that is becoming fiercer by the day. An extreme example for us to emulate in this context is Stanford University, whose alumni and faculty have created nearly 40,000 companies that generate around 2.7 trillion US dollars in annual revenues. Notice that this number related to a single university is around the size of Indian economy as a whole. The industry research university ecosystem, like Stanford University, Silicon Valley, are great success stories. Research Park at IIT Madras is a good beginning in India in this direction. More such examples are in the making, and we need many more such initiatives. A holistic ambience involving teaching and learning, research, industries, and society actively engaged with each other mutually reinforces each of these domains and helps them to move to the higher levels of excellence. We are now in an era dominated by high-end technologies like semiconductors, artificial intelligence, computing and telecom, clean energy, advanced aerospace, and pharmaceuticals. Very soon, new knowledge frontiers exploiting topics like genetics, quantum physics, cognitive and brain sciences, etc., would start dominating. We need to quickly close in the expanding gap between us and countries advancing rapidly in technologies emerging from these domains. Not being able to do so would not only put us at disadvantage, but could in fact make us vulnerable through emergence of new technology denial regimes, even in commercial sectors, holding hostage entire segments of our nation's economy. We thus must quickly become a massive producer of high-end and frontier technologies. A well-knit research entrepreneurship ecosystem involving close partnership between academia, industry, and government is a critical necessity for this purpose. This is necessary for our national security, our economic prosperity, and our societal well-being. As we prepare ourselves to be in the forefront of emerging high technology and be a front runner in the global competition, we need to be also aware of the need to quickly bridge the growing disparity gap within the country that are becoming a matter of concern. A key aspect is the urban-rural gap. Rural development in India needs a special focus in this context. Nearly two-thirds of India lives in villages with less than half average per capita income as compared to urban areas. Bridging the urban-rural divide, at least in terms of livelihood opportunities, is thus a matter of urgent necessity in our country. The emerging era of knowledge-driven economy that facilitates democratization and decentralization of technology-led economic progress is thus a great opportunity for transformation of rural horizon that could bridge the urban-rural divide and contribute to a major boost of Indian economy. This, however, would involve capacity building of local people through education and training in dealing with emerging technologies and also ability to internalize them, including solving of problems as they arise. Eventually, we should create a self-empowered and locally relevant innovation ecosystem that can leverage the opportunities of knowledge era. In principle, I believe that now one could have greater opportunities in villages than in cities, reversing the industrial era paradigm. Silage, a knowledge-integrated sustainable village development model, aims to leverage new and appropriate knowledge-based technologies, including some created locally, to create additional and higher level livelihood opportunities in villages that also include manufacturing and service sector activities in addition to the agriculture and allied activities which are commonly prevalent in rural areas. In the silage concept, a local higher education institution serving as knowledge partner hosts a rural human and resources development facility, RHRDF for short, and linked with local community institutions and non-governmental organizations, works for deployment of appropriate technologies for enhanced livelihood, as well as related educational and knowledge support in the neighborhood. To facilitate sustained and comprehensive engagement between HRDF and neighborhood, a number of AKRUTIs, a short acronym for Advanced Knowledge-Based Rural Technology Initiatives. So number of AKRUTI sub-centers need to be established in proximity with existing schools. RHRDF and AKRUTIs would be the bridge between local higher education institution and the neighborhood to spread technology-enabled livelihood on one side and ICT-enabled school education on the other. Knowledge institutions should also engage itself in solving problems that could arise during implementation of new technologies and search for new R&D problems to sustain in a transformative knowledge-based ecosystem. Ecosystems so created could also participate in deployment of other government schemes as well as corporate initiatives. Spread of technology adaptation rather, and continuous access to new technologies would create better livelihood opportunities in rural domain that eventually compare well with opportunities in the urban domain, thus leading to a convergence of best of city with best of village. Thus, the selected cluster of villages, which I call village, around a vibrant knowledge institution can be expected to become preferred working destination for young, innovative and creative generation of for leveraging local human and raw material resources on one side and new knowledge technologies on the other. Silage would thus become places better than both cities and villages and may become the preferred habitat for the new age society in most of emerging India. This approach is being tried out on an experimental basis at a few places in Maharashtra. And I must also mention that a number of very challenging deep research problems can be identified through such an engagement. Our higher education and research institutions and their graduates have a special role in this context. Technology and technology products that offer differentiating capabilities to their users significantly add to their competitiveness and hence to their power both in the marketplace as well as strategically. This has several ramifications for our national progress as well as our relative position in the competitive world that exists around us. Both these dimensions are of immense importance. While the technology empowers humans, the education that we provide to our young people should also make them responsible so as to ensure that the use of technology remains non-exploitative and technology is used to empower everyone around through knowledge and minimize the disparity gap that are becoming alarming by the day. This also requires bridging the gaps in key human needs, that is identity, prosperity, and security, and ushering peace and harmony. This should be both a global as well as a local effort. Bridging the disparity gaps globally as well as within the country to eliminate rich-poor, urban-rural, and such other divides, even as technology uplifts the society as a whole, is the key to peaceful and harmonious world in my view. While this is a complex matter having multiple dimensions, I do believe that knowledge and more particularly the knowledge technologies can be most effective in addressing this challenge. This is where young graduates from higher technical education and research institutions come in. I do wish all of you to be successful in your professional career and make an important difference to our country in above context. I wish that all of you would give some serious thought to what I have just said above and decide your respective course of action. It should be our collective endeavor to progressively move towards making the world a better place. Through a collective lifelong learning process and maintaining knowledge institutions, industry, and society interconnected with each other, each one of us, regardless of the career that we decide to pursue, can meaningfully contribute to this objective. After all, we are all here in this world to play our respective roles. Our happiness and joy of life depends on how well we play our roles. We must also remember that our happiness depends on happiness all around us. Dear students, I once again wish all of you well in your respective further pursuits. I am certain you would rise progressively in your respective careers. I do hope that as you rise, you will retain in you a spirit of trusteeship and contribute substantially to your roots, the society around, the institutions that brought you up, and the nation at large. It is the spirit of trusteeship and the desire to support others who were not as fortunate or as successful as us that makes this world a better place. Once again, my best wishes to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we request our respected registrar to present the vote of thanks.
Dr. Anil Kakotkar, Chancellor, Homi Bhabha National Institute, Chairman, Rajiv Gandhi Science and Technology Commission, former Chairman, Atomic Energy Commission, Government of India, Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, Founder and Chairman of the Chatterjee Group, Professor S.S. Gokhale, Honorable Chairperson, Board of Governors, NIT Durgapur, Professor Anupam Basu, Director, NIT Durgapur, other dignitaries present here, faculty members, and dear students. It is my onerous responsibility to formally propose the vote of thanks on the occasion of the 17th Convocation, which was held today, the 8th of January 2022. On behalf of NIT Durgapur, I place on record our heartfelt gratitude for the kind and inspiring presence of Dr. Anil Kakotkar in spite of his extremely demanding schedule. We are indeed honored by your presence, sir, and we promise to strive to attain the goals you have set for the Institute in the near future by encouraging innovations in the high-tech space in order to become competitive globally and hence spur economic growth. We also promise to strengthen our efforts to reach and develop in research and development to create higher-level livelihood opportunities in villages that include manufacturing and service sector activities in addition to agriculture and allied activities. I also place on record our appreciation for the extremely encouraging presence of Dr. Purnendu Chatterjee, Founder and Chairman of the Chatterjee Group, for his extremely encouraging delivery, which we feel would go a long way to enthuse the students and pave the way for a new wave of entrepreneurship. We are indeed very hopeful about the proactive collaboration of NIT Durgapur with TCG Crest, through which synergy we intend to increase the translational capability of our research outcomes and facilitate the growth of our country and our economy. I thank the student community for their overwhelming online presence in the midst of the pandemic and for the enthusiasm they have exhibited in receiving their respective degree certificates and medals. On behalf of NIT Durgapur, I thank the faculty and staff members of the Institute for their unflinching support in the conduction of the Convocation program and for the effort they have put in for making the program a resounding success. I also take this opportunity to extend our thanks to all the outsourced personnel and service providers for extending their unstinted support in the conduction of the program and for its successful culmination. The convocation will be temporarily adjourned now. The next part of the convocation will commence immediately after the departure of the ceremonial procession. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we request all to stand up for the national anthem. The audience is requested to remain standing till the ceremonial procession leaves the auditorium. Thank you. Request our registrar to invite Dean Academic Research to call out the names of the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. We request the director to kindly do the honors in virtual mode.
I request the Dean Academic Research to present the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I now request the director to hand over the degrees to the recipients online.
Mausumi Pal, Soumen Mondol, Ratna Mondol, Madhavendra Sinha, Parthasarathi Pal, Udoy Chandra Mukherjee, Suchismita Maiti, Pallavi Saha, Sangeeta Vasu, Moyuk Odhikari, Debobroto Mondol, Bapi Vishas, Obhijit Banerjee, Narayanan Venkateswaran, Bipasa Mridha Ghosh, Panchali Datta Chaudhary, Ujjwal Mal, তনয় রুদ্র পাল, সৌভিক কুমার ঘোষ, অমরেন্দ্র কুমার, আত্রেয়ী বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়, হাসিম আলী খান, প্রিয়া মাঝি, ধ্রুব কুমার, হিরণময় গড়াই, মধুবন্তী পাল, রাজু দাস, শোভন রয়, অর্পিতা রে সরকার, রিঙ্কু দত্ত রক্ষিত, অমিতা শর্মা, অনিমেষ পড়াল, ফাল্গুনী চক্রবর্তী, শশীভূষণ শর্মা, রায়াসাম এস এম আর কৃষ্ণা, পার্থসারথী বর্মা, পলাশ ঘোষাল, সঙ্গীতা সেন, অনুরাধা মুখার্জি, শিবেন্দু মাহাতা, অনিল বিকাশ চৌধুরী, প্রশান্ত কুমার পারিদা, জয়া মুখোপাধ্যায়, পূজা কুমারী, প্রশান্ত সরকার, দীপ সুমন দেব, অভিজিৎ মুখার্জি, জুনিপা রয়, নাসির হাসান শেখ, অসীম প্রামাণিক, সুভাশিস মাঝি, মনশ্রী চ্যাটার্জি, চন্দ্রিমা ভদ্র, হিরণময় মাইতি, জয়শ্রী কর্মকার, শম্ভু কুমার মাহাতো, অর্ণব দে, শ্যামসুন্দর মণ্ডল, বীরেন্দ্র কুমার, নীরজ কুমার রানা, প্রদীপ্ত চক্রবর্তী, সৌম্যরঞ্জন মিশ্র, বোবদে কিরণ অশোক, বনিশ্রী সাহু, শৈবাল সরকার, কৃষ্ণেন্দু হাজরা। The following scholars are being awarded the PhD degree in absentia. Munshi Yusuf Alam, Sukhomoy Dhabol, Jyotirmoy Samanto, Silva Pandian E, Dharmendra Kumar, Narayan Changar, Sujoy Chattaraj, Saurabh Bhattacharya, Ashok Kumar Sahani, Shukla Bonik, Mita Bandyopadhyay, Ananya Ghosh, Madhusmita Panda, Subhanka Maji, Pitambar Khanra, Orindam Ghosh, Debolina Sengupta, Kaushik Ray, Omit Kumar, Jagamohan Sahu, Sucharita Chakraborty, Samosri Gupta awarded posthumously. Mamoni Gorai awarded posthumously. Man Singh Azad, Rupa Mishra, Abhijit De, Susmita Vishwas, Sandipa Bhattacharya, Pradip Kumar Singh, Mriganko Mohan Chanda, Prabhas Banerjee, Ramchandra Barik, Piyu Kundu, Abhishek Chakraborty, Pankon Banerjee, Ujjwal Vishwas, Sarbari Samanto, Sudhanshu Mishra, Omish Kumar, Subba Reddy Dodda.
We now request our registrar to invite Dean Academic Courses to call out the names of the recipients of postgraduate degrees. We request the director to kindly do the honors in online mode.
I request the Dean Academic Courses to present the recipients of the postgraduate degrees. I now request the director to hand over the degrees to the recipients online.
I request Dr. Sukhdev Sahu, Head of the Department of Physics, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Advanced Material Science and Technology offered by the Department of Physics.
Akshay Kumar, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Advanced Material Science and Technology in absentia. Sohin Paul, Akash Kumar Jha, Ankita Bebrata.
Dr. Debjani Datta, Head of the Department of Biotechnology, is now requested to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Biotechnology offered by the Department of Biotechnology.
Subhashish Datta, Harshada K, Menaka T, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Biotechnology in absentia. Abir De, Asmita Das, Shayok Roy Chaudhuri, Sanmuga Priya S, Harshit Tiwari, Vasimalla Nikhil Raj, Rajeshwari Pal.
I now request Dr. Joya Sikdar, Head of the Department of Chemical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Chemical Engineering offered by the Department of Chemical Engineering.
Seema Kumari Singh,
The following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Chemical Engineering in absentia. Shagnik Go Thakurta, Manjay Kumar, K.S. Deepak.
Professor Subrato Nandi, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, is requested to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering offered by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
Polu Uday Kumar, Vivek Kumar, Juhi Srivastav, Orkobroto Chakraborty, Harshit Goel, Devashish Bipin Katoria, Sweta Srivastav, Bonthu Bhutia, Sudipto Malakar, Sunanda Pal, Rashmi Priya Singh, Amisha Azad, Anjali Ray, Madhu Nabin Kumar, Dasari Varalakshmi, Akash Kumar, Danish Ahmad Ansari, Rahul Mukherjee, Om Prakash Chaudhary, Nishay Ranjan, Aizaz Ahmad Shaikh, Makkena Mahesh Kumar, Ayushman Kishore Das, Arun Kumar Shahu, Sunil Kumar, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Computer Science and Engineering in absentia: Paromita Dotto, Surjo Sanyal, Alzara Sheikh, Sania Shanu, Soroj Patro, Shubho Mondol, Suraj Narayan Paswan, Ravi Shankar Mehta, Amarendra Pratap Singh, Nageshwar Singh Parmar, Shubhro Chakraborty, Priyanka Maiti, Snehal Asakrao Kumbhalkar, Kishore Kunal Keshri, Priyam Tyagi, Humitran Kumar, Avnish Kumar, Mrinmoyi Subhash Bhabulkar, Ajit Kumar, Roibat Chatterjee, Borsha Chaudhary, Avinash Kumar, Vijay Jagannath Zaware, Kuldeep Kumar, Sonal Priya Kamal, Konika Nath, Meghna MD, Amanath Ansari, Viplab Pradeep Patil, Gaurav Kumar Mishra, Amit Kumar, Anubhav Mishra, Arpit Gupta, Rahul Sharma, Yash Badaya, Gopal Kumar.
I request Professor Kollan Odhikari, Head of the Department of Earth and Environmental Studies, to call out the names of recipients of Interdisciplinary MTech degree in Environmental Science and Technology.
তপব্রত চক্রবর্তী, সুদীপ কুমার মিশ্রা, নীলাঞ্জনা ভট্টাচার্য, The following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Environmental Science and Technology in absentia. Aditya Kumar Biswas, Rajdeep Singh, Soham Bhattacharya, Subir Mandol, Abhay Kumar, Suman Kumar Shaw, Mayur Sanjay Selhalkar, Pooja Pramanik,
Dr. Sumit Mukhopadhyay, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, is requested to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Fluid Mechanics and Heat Transfer offered by Department of Mechanical Engineering.
অরুণাভ মাহাতো, বিভাস নায়ক, সুকান্ত মণ্ডল, সৌমিক চক্রবর্তী, যোগেশ পারিক, শান্তনু বিশ্বাস, Said Faisal Pasha Quadri, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Fluid Mechanics and Heat Transfer in absentia. Soumya Srivastav, Vivek Chauda, Bhuvan Chandra Pathak, Avilam Naveen Kumar, Bandaru Pradeep.
I request Professor Amiyo Kumar Samanto, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Geotechnical Engineering offered by Department of Civil Engineering.
Sarita Kumari, Joydeep Atta, Aranyo Mukherjee, Arunaditya Das, Atish Nandi, Pradyumna Konar, Charity Marbaniang, Ronanki Shivashankar, Chokkapu Nagaseshu, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Geotechnical Engineering in absentia: Sagar Biswas, Vishwadip Bosak, Nishit Shekhar, Monish Dhriwari, Pawan Kumar Das, Hasan Mohammad.
Dr. Sumit Mukhopadhyay, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, is requested to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Machine Design offered by Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Naveen Kumar, Jachika Singh,
Purushottam Nanda, Tekeshwar Kaushik, Avijit Singh, Roshan Kumar, B. Tirupati Rao, Katru Jaya Surya, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in machine design in absentia: Suraj Kumar Jha, Manish Kumar Pandey, Rohit Raj, Satish Kumar Singh, Ashish Kumar Singh, Devangsh Gupta,
Dr. Supriyo Bera, Head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, is requested to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Metallurgy and Materials Technology offered by Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering.
Anirban Hajra, Gadde Chinni Sai Mohan Babu, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Metallurgy and Materials Technology in absentia: Anjan Pal, Giddi Anil Kumar.
I request Dr. Durbadal Mandal, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Microelectronics and VLSI offered by Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Lokhi Okhila Nadendala, Subhasri Sarkar, Challa Gundala Chandan Kumar, NG Monikant Singh, Ramakrishna Gomadi, Hema Sai Kumar Malla Bharapu, Bhemulla Balgangadhar, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Microelectronics and VLSI in absentia: Sanchari Das, Surbhi Agarwal, Om Prakash Ashok Rao Thawale, Oyanish Kumar, Priyanka Kumari, Nitish Kumar Narang, Dhamsil Satish Dhote.
I request Dr. Lokhikanto De, Head of the Department of Mathematics, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Operations Research offered by the Department of Mathematics.
Arghadeep Das, Sonak Das, Dipanjan Maiti, Putul Gorai, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Operations Research in absentia: Amartya Rai Chaudhary, Anupam Kumar Jha, Dipanjan Guh Chaudhary, Umesh Kumar, Abhishek Kumar Bauri, Rishabh Pandey.
I now request Professor Shankar Narayan Mahato, Head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, to call out the names of
recipients of MTech degree in Power Electronics and Machine Drives offered by the Department of Electrical Engineering.
Subhobroto Pal, Deepak Kumar, Onabil Samanto, Deepak Kumar, Sonali Bad Panda, Neha Anubhuti, Rakesh Kumar Singh, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Power Electronics and Machine Drives in absentia. Sukhovasi Pranoy, Twinkle Kumari, Ravish Kumar.
I request Professor Shankar Narayan Mahato, Head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Power Systems offered by the Department of Electrical Engineering.
Anubhav Mandal, Ramanuj Dev, Yuglina Pradhan, Aniruddha Mandal, Kunal Kumar, Subhadarshini Panda, Chandrasekharo Panda, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Power Systems in absentia. Rishiraj Sarkar, Suman Kumar Saurabh, Abhishek Kumar Mandal, Bijoy Kumar, Deepika Kujur, Ramendra Kumar Rai.
I request Professor Amiyo Kumar Samanto, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Structural Engineering offered by Department of Civil Engineering.
Shubhajit Datta, Ujjal Mandal, Kunal Ghosh, Prithvish Kundu, Om Prakash Mishra, Shubham Sen, the following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Structural Engineering in absentia. Palempalli Jagadishwar Reddy, Muhammad Tanjil Alam, Samta Suresh Taide, Julie Kumari, Revant Dugalam, Muhammad Rafiq Mir.
I now request Dr. Durbadal Mandal, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Telecommunication Engineering offered by the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Borsha Singh, ভাগ্যশ্রী রথ, কে এম বিজয়লক্ষ্মী, পডিপি রেড্ডি সাইগোথামি, কাব্বা, উত্তমা কুমারী, বিকল চন্দ্রা, তন্ময় দাস, জ্ঞানরঞ্জন সাহু, দেবজিৎ শর্মা, The following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Telecommunication Engineering in absentia. Inti Bhenuka Sathi, Sonnogita Mahato, Onamika Kumari.
I request Dr. Sumit Mukhopadhyay, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of MTech degree in Thermal Engineering offered by the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
Abhishek Mukherjee, Gunipalli Prashant, Manish Divedi, Sikala Upendra, Lodakala Vamsi Krishna, The following students are being awarded the MTech degree in Thermal Engineering in absentia. Om Sanjeev Kumar, Abhishek Ganguly, Mohammad Sabir, Roje Nitin Hanuman, Ramana Sairam, Tony Virai, Sanjeev Talukdar, Nitin Kumar Soni, Vikas Kumar.
I request Dr. Kaushik Mandal, Head of the Department of Management Studies, to call out the names of recipients of degree in Master in Business Administration, MBA.
Shubham Agasti, Arunabh Datta, Amrita Bhattacharya, Priyank Sharma, Pritam Tripathi, Priyanka Kumari, Shaurabh Prasad Das, Shweta Mishra, Shumon Maiti, Ankita Sharkar, Vishal Kumar, the following students are being awarded the Master of Business Administration degree in absentia. Nisha Rani, Orunita Roy, Gaurav Kumar Singh, Pratikendranath Datta, Debnil Majumdar, Jenny Singh, Anjali Kumari, Shunil Shaurabh, Ameya Nandi, Shonali Srivastava, Tita Shah.
I request Professor Subroto Nandi, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of degree in Master in Computer Applications MCA.
Atul Yadav, Nidhi Kumari, Srishti Singh, Nobonita Thakur, Pritika Budholia, Agniv Kumar Haldar, Apurva Mishra, Swaraj Deep, Aarti Maithil, Amarnath B, Mona Evelyn Beshra, Jose Jayant Topo, K. Prabhakar Rao, Shubham Sharma, the following students are being awarded the MCA degree in absentia: Shraddha Shaha, Aman Yadav, Suraj, Aniruddha Das, Sumit Gupta, Lakshya Sharma, Erpula Srikant, Bominia Masthan, Vinit, Vishal Das, Ayan Naiya, Avinav Singh, Mandeep Singh Bisht, Ravi Kumar Maurya, Amir Khan.
I request Professor Shankar Chandra Moi, Head of the Department of Chemistry, to call out the names of recipients of MSc degree in Chemistry.
সর্বজিৎ লায়েক, ঝিলাম সামন্ত, সায়নী মাইক্যাপ, তিয়াসা ঘোষ, দীপরঞ্জন কুণ্ডু, সুবর্ণ সামন্ত, কৌশিক সাহা, অনির্বাণ চক্রবর্তী, সৌমিত দত্ত, শুভম পাল, করণ সরকার, মোহাম্মদ ফাইজাল উদ্দিন, অপূর্ব গৌরী, সৌরভ পান্ডা, The following students are being awarded the Master of Science degree in Chemistry in absentia: Prashant Kumar, Abhijit Chakraborty.
I now request Dr. Lokkikanto De, Head of the Department of Mathematics, to call out the names of recipients of MSc degree in Mathematics.
তিথি সরকার, ঋত্বিক মাইতি, শিবনাথ সাহু, Rointik Banerjee, Saurabh Giri, Deepa Das, Ranjan, Santanu Mandal, Sudipto Satra, Pooja Samanto, Jhulon Acharya, Shah Ijaz Ahmed. The following students are being awarded the Master of Science degree in Mathematics in absentia: Anindo Bhanja, Dhiraj Kumar, Ravi Kumar, Pooja Rani, Poonam Sharma, Dilip Singh, Vijay Kumar. I now request Dr. Sukdev Sahu, Head of the Department of Physics, to call out the names of recipients of MSc degree in Physics.
Maulik Shah Mandal, Sonu Jana, Shubham Chaudhary, Priyanshi Kumari, Ganapati Das, Ashutosh Anand Singh, Saheb Paramanik, Saurabh Mandal, Rasmita Kumari Patra. The following students are being awarded the Master of Science degree in Physics in absentia: Rupesh Kumar, Arijit Chakravarti, Shruti Mukherjee, Richardson Sorokhaibam.
We would like to request our registrar to invite our Dean Academic Courses to call out the names of the recipients of undergraduate degrees. We request the director to kindly do the honors in online mode.
I request the Dean Academic Courses to present the recipients of the undergraduate degrees.
I request Dr. Debjani Datta, Head of the Department of Biotechnology, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Biotechnology.
Shreyoshi Kormokar, Chandan Kumar, Ankit Dhan, Nalli Shilpa, Talakolla Nancy Priscilla, Proti Chondo, Shubhayon Akhuli, Ankit Kumar, Sagarjyoti Pathak, Kuldeep Swami, Kirtiman Mahata, Nilotpal Mondol, Shreya Bharti, Kuldeep Suthar, Ravi Kumar, Satyam Anand, Ankul Kumar, Plavoni Mukherjee, Pidugu Bhanu Chandra Prakash, Shruti, Shashwat Srivastav, Deepa Kumari, Atmakuru Mani Shankar, Saurav Kumar, Ananya Shruti, the following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Biotechnology in absentia. Praveen Yadav, Mayank Saini, Rudra Sardar, Purnima, Harish Pegu, Alia Nawal, Kumari Anjali, Guguloth Shrikant, Saroj Talukdar, Shayandeepa Raha, Kanchan Kumar, Urjasvi Chakravarti, Gaurav Dogra, Anushka Biswas, Shobhik Ghosh, Shehenshah Baidya, Ambika Agarwal, Anurupa Kormokar, Kostov Sunil Sonekar, Bharat Raj P, Rishabh Dev, Arun Sivach.
I now request Dr. Joya Sikdar, Head of the Department of Chemical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Chemical Engineering.
Gaurang Gobind, Partho Sharen, Shanito Bakchi, Vishwashanando Dole, Nadir Iqbal, Animesh Kumar Jaiswal, Sangeeta Gayari, Shivnath Chaudhary, Devjit Goswami, Santanil Haldar, Arithro Mukherjee, Shubhra Mandal, Nishant Chaudhary, Nishant Kumar, Paulomi Mukherjee, Arnab Kumar Pal, Archishman Majumdar, Himadri Pawegam, Abhay Gupta, Boina Venkata Akhil, Shetty Diva Sri, Andavarapu Pravin, Darpan Sham Kumar Agrawal, Sankalp Chobe, Alok Kumar Singh, Suchorita Pal, the following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Chemical Engineering in absentia: Sara Baitullah, Washim Raza, Sadab Ahmed, Moshumi Das, Kaushik Ghosh, Bidisha Borua, Shubham Haldar, Shunirban Boiddo, Shubham Sharma, Bamidi Padmini, Bipul Jha, Sandeep Singh, Anindo Acharya, Binamra Singh Patel, Akash Kushum Ghoshal, Harsit Anand, Ramanand Sagar, Rijwan Karim, Rabesh Kumar, Adil Hossain, Deepak Kumar, Shuchit Chauhan, Subham Sinha, Vikas Singh, Saurabh Nag, Gusidi Venkata Naga Shiva Shai Kumar, Manu Singh, Deepam Ghoshal, Sneha Singh, Prokhar Sivastava, Neil Bajaj, Raviraj Prakash, Prasanna Sharma, Buddha Pratyusha, Rishabh Varma, Aditya Singh, M. Aruna.
I request Professor Amiyo Kumar Samanta, Head of the Department of Civil Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Civil Engineering.
Toshanchim Khaling, Rohan Prasad, Obhirup Pal, Shivam Pandey, Muapparaju Nabbasri, Utkarsh Singh, Vinayak Chandra Singh, Shoubhik Das, Sumit Kumar Shaw, Rajan, Utkarsh Kumar, Swarnendu Mukherjee, Chibukula Shairam Sattik, Moluguri Harshavardhan, Bendi Venkatesh, Pradeep Hajra, Rohan Chaudhuri, Saurabh Das, Sharonik Banerjee, Shoubhik Mondol, Anik Vishwas, Amandip Sandhu, Boidik Sarvadhyaksa, Sandeep Kundu, Monisha Bhosle, the following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Civil Engineering in absentia. Abhishek Gupta, Bijoy Prakash, Aisha Nasir, Ritesh Kumar Gupta, Ankit Biswas, Ketavat Bijoy Naik, Ankush Sahani, Ashish Kumar Bharma, Avinash Kumar Rai, Kumar Aditya, Ashish Kumar Shastri, Monish Awasthi, Piyush Raj Gupta, Arpan Jaiswal, Ajit Gupta, Mandeep Singh, Himanshu Kumar, Ashish Kumar Mondol, Apurv Bajpai, Iman Chaudhuri, Arindam Das, Subhash Dixit, Madhav Mishra, Krishna Gopal, Suganaram, Shuchi Subra Mahato, Muhammad Kabir Tasin, Swarn Kashyap, Bajrang Singh, Amit Kumar Dalai, Rajaram Sharma, Radhika Agarwal, Wasim Akram, Vivek Raj.
I request Professor Subroto Nandi, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Computer Science and Engineering.
Velanki Sai Vinay, Khushi Lahurwala, Avinash Prasad, Orpon Shaha, Rahul Mondol, Atul Mishra, Suraj Kumar Modi, Jashai Hasda, Ejaz Hossein Sardar, Aurangzeb Ashrafi, Utkarsh Chaurasia, Bhargav Bormon, Bhagam Chand Chaudhary, Vikrant Kumar Singh, Suprabhat Mahato, Abhijit Roy, Ankon Ghosh, Joyjit Chakraborty, Konishko Narjari, Shubhadeep Roy, Abhinav Prakash, Mohit Kumar Singh, Ashray Ajay Jain, Vancha Pritam Reddy, Kolla Sai Kotesh, Suman Kumar, Piyush Kumar, Anupju Sasiram, সাদমান সাকিব, মনীষা মোহনানি, শুভেচ্ছা ভট্টাচার্য, তানভি তেজস্বিনী, The following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Computer Science and Engineering in absentia. Nafisa Ahmed, Kaif Mukhtar, Rajan Kumar Raj, Priyanshu Pratap Singh, Oyonabho Pal, Vishal Dogra, Prarthana Das, Mamun bin Muhammad, শ্রেয়া রয়, শুভ্রজ্যোতি কর্মকার, আয়ুষ কুমার শুক্লা, বিশাল কুমার খারোয়ার, অলিক সরকার, অভিষেক কুমার, পঙ্কজ কুমার, সম্রাট দে, এহসান দ্বিবেদী, অক্ষত জৈন, नमन गौर, अरुण कुमार सिंह, अर्पित गुप्ता, विनेश सिंगारे, राजा तईद, श्रेषिर राव कोकिराला, कृतिका गोरा, अदनान मसरूर, सदाफ अख्तार, राजीव मौर्य, मोहित कुमार वर्मा, अभिनीत कुमार राय, रोहन सिंह, मल्लाडी वेणुगोपाल, अविनाश अग्रवाल, रुद्रो रूसो मजुमदार, अंकन दास, पाडाला साई प्रकाश.
I now request Professor Shankar Narayan Mahato, Head of the Department of Electrical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Electrical Engineering.
সৌগত দাস, অগ্নিবর্ণা ত্রিবেদী, রোজ, ঐতিহ্য কর্মকার, নিরুপম মণ্ডল, কেশব আগরওয়াল, মোহাম্মদ তুহিন রানা, অপরাজিতা পল, সৌরিশ পাত্র, অনন্ত কুমার মণ্ডল, সাগ্নিক নন্দী, প্রিয়া কুমারী শর্মা, সৌম্যদীপ মণ্ডল, অনিশ চ্যাটার্জি, সন্দীপন গুইন, স্বর্ণালী সোরেন, অঙ্কিত মিত্র, অর্ণব অনুপম, সাদ্দাম আনসারি, নবনীত রে, অন্নয় সাহা, স্নিগ্ধা মাহাতো, দর্শন ঝা, অনুরাগ প্রীতম সাহু, ইন্দ্রনীল ভট্টাচার্য, অবনীশ সিং, গৌরব রাজ, নিধি গর্গ, অভিষেক কমল, আমন কুমার, বেজাঙ্কি শ্রীকর, আমন আফরোজ, প্রঞ্জিত যাদব, শরৎচন্দ্র মারাদানা, VSK সিন্ধুরা, অনুরাগ সরকার, রাহুল মালোয়ালিয়া, কাঞ্চি সুব্রহ্মণ্যেশ্বর সাই স্বরূপ, সিল্কি আগরওয়াল, দেবেশ পারিক, সৌমিক পল, কৌশিক মণ্ডল, প্রাচী শর্মা, প্রদ্যুম সিং, দম্মেতি বিনয়, অভিনব কুমার আরিয়া, মোহাম্মদ আবিদ, ধীরজ কুমার, The following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Electrical Engineering in absentia: Anirban Noskor, Tias De, Sangram Mukherjee, Thakur Ritik Dayal Singh, Abhinav Prakash, Pramurto Majhi, Satyam Mishra, Dev Datto Nandi, Surabhi Bharma, Aditya Bikram Parikh, Anupam Kumar Singh, Shubham Kumar Pralia, Anshul Chauhan, Sirsham Priyadarshi, Malsham Kima, Devara Tejkamal, Ganesh Kumar, Krishna Kumar, Manalil Tony Innocent, Banekar Binoy Kumar, Prayas Pal, Bhaskar Saha, Pragati, Karambir Kumar Tanti, Hemant Saraf, Suraj Kumar, Satvir Singh, Abhirup Sikdar, Bhutnur Netaji Gaud.
I request Dr. Durbadal Mondal, Head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering.
Ayut Ghosh,
অঞ্জলি ঘোর, সুমন কর, মিন্টা পবন সি হর্ষা, দেবতনু নন্দী, শুভার্থী দাঁ, মনীষা মণ্ডল, জয়দীপ দত্ত, রাহুল রয়, নাইফ নোয়েল, নাম্বুরি মেঘানা চৌধুরী, অনিক বিশ্বাস, নিয়ারান আইন্দ, বিদ্যুৎ চন্দ্র টুডু, পবন কুমার, বৈষ্ণবী মাথে, নিপা অরুণ কুমার, সৌম্যরঞ্জন মণ্ডল, অবিনাশ কুমার, সৈয়দ মোহাম্মদ সাগির হোসেন, দেবদত্ত চ্যাটার্জি, শ্রেয়ন দত্ত, মোহাম্মদ আনোয়ার উল রহমান, সুমন পোদ্দার, মোহাম্মদ মাসুম বিল্লা, হর্ষ দোকানিয়া, ডুড্ডি গিরিশ, পুরুষোত্তম কুমার, অর্কপ্রভ রয়, বাতুল্লার রোহিত কুমার রেড্ডি, অনিক যশ, আকাশ পান্ডে, রিমা রয়, চাপা নিহারিকা, গন্ধম বসন্ত কৃষ্ণন, কৃষাণু সাহা, শব্দিতা সিং, সন্দীপন চ্যাটার্জি, ইয়াসি আগরওয়াল, গুগুলোত সুনয়না, মহেশ রাজেন্দ্র ওয়ানুলে, বাচ্চু সূর্যনারায়ণ মূর্থু বাবু, বুড্ডি মনীষা, এস গণেশ কুমার, দন্দামুদি শ্যামলি, বিশ্বদীপ দেবনাথ, কিশলয় মণ্ডল, পার্থ পোদ্দার, প্রজোত পাল, অদিতি সাহা, সাহিল কুমার, The following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Electronics and Communication Engineering in absentia: Subhajit Odhikari, Devashish Hauli, Joyan Dotto, Shreyan Roy, Rakesh Paul, Deepak Kumar Roshan, Rahul Kumar, Souvik Kundu. Faik Hannan, Ashish Kumar Tiwari, হর্ষিত কুকরিপট্টি, শাশ্বত কুমার, রাকেশ ভাস্কর কাপগেট, হরিশঙ্কর মনোজ, সদানাপল্লী হর্ষিত, নাল্লামিল্লি সত্য তেজস রেড্ডি, বন্দম সুমন্ত, বিরল্লা ওম প্রকাশ, সালোনি ডেভিড কুমার মহন্ত, মন্থন খরওয়াল, অনন্যা মিশ্রা, রায়ভারাপুল্লা ভেরা ভদ্র বিক্রম, রোহিত কুমার ও পঙ্কজ রয়, শ্রেয়া মিশ্রা।
I request Professor Subroto Nandi, Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Information Technology.
Rajneesh Kumar, Shomik Chaudhary, Krishnan Kant, Imran Ali, Shaunak Noshkar, Mohima Kriti, Ujjal Rai, Rohit Kumar, Rahul Atwani, Kritika Gupta, Muhammad Akib Nazri, Manish Kumar Savita, Shubhodip Chandro, Neha Sharma, Sudipto Pondit, Rahul Jajodia, Harsh Verma, Deepak Kumar, Abhijit Tiwari, Goshikonda Bhanuteja, Purushottam Kumar, Sahil Chauhan, Jamala Mohan Sai Naik, Deepak Kumar Shaw, Arotrik Shaha Arnob, Rangon Sen, Onnoy De, Shubhro Shaha, following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Information Technology in absentia: Anushka Dutt, Surojit Sarkar, Susrit Saha, Aditya Gupta, Pooja Yadav, Chandan Bishwas, Surya Mani, Abhishek Kumar, Rupam Mondol, Malot Prabhas, Shakshi Agarwal, Vishal Kumar, Liman Rahman, Archana, Shubhankar Mrinal, Priyam Sinha, Rajesh Rakshit, Shrutika Nigam, Shobhik Dotto, Neeraj Prasad, Mayank Tayal, Lakshmi Tirke, Arjun Kumar, Aman Kumar, Ravi Swarup, Himanshu, Risav Mundra, Saurabh Mondol, Vaibhav Sharma, Anurag Divedi, Abhishek Kumar, Prachi Rawat, Sparsh Kedia, Siddharth Rai, Chandra Prakash Chobe, Nikhil Vasishtha, Ashish Kumar, Sachin Kumar Rai, Shivam Rajput, Saravan Kumar Yadav.
I request Dr. Sumit Mukhopadhyay, Head of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Mechanical Engineering.
K. Deepak, Prolhad Kundu, Shyam Sundar Murmu, Sachin Singh, Dhrubajyoti Gupta, Kaustav Pal, Shaunak Dasgupta, Anindo Chakraborty, Subarno Gupta, Pallav Mallik, Shauranil Bishwas, Sheikh Abdul Kalim, Shubhasmit Karji, Danish Moin, Shoikat Das, Sudipta Garai, Nishant Yadav, Kamalesh Mahato, Muhammad Guljar Ahmad, Tanmay Hembram, Anisha Mojumdar, Pavan Hawladar, Tushar Kanti Das, Anubhav Chaudhary, Sarvesh Patel, Kaushik Chaudhary, Rajesh Chandra, Joshi Shiva Teja, Sumit Singh, Dipanjan Jha, Satish Shao, Umesh Kumar Meena, Addepalli Monidip, Mallipamu Pavan Kumar Teja, Arindam Mandal, Sandipan Roy, Venkata Kailash Reddy Pidatala, Babul Priya, Rahul Jaiswal, Sonu Sangam, Monidip Roy, Ripu Daman Tak, Rohit Lenka, Sagi Pavan Kumar, Rohit Misra, Bandaru Lokesh Naga Sai, Swarnendu Bosak, Vivek Prasad, Vikas Kumar, Krishna, Hemant Beniwal, Mukesh Mandal, Nati Reddy Bhanu Sai Prasant, Sangram Kumar, Kalyanam Venkat Sai, Kartik Kumar Ghosh, Virat Garg Manav, Sagar Devnath, Shushovan Sarkar, Sunil Kumar, Rajdeep Banerjee, Bhavesh Chandwani, Gande Sravan, the following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Mechanical Engineering in absentia. Ayush Krishna Murthy, Shaumo Sarawagi, Dhrubajyoti Roy, Bikram Singh Sardar, Shashwat Bhattacharji, Nilanjan Varnawal, Clan Abby Philip, Saurav Sharnakar, রূপম লাহা, অর্ণব কর্মকার, শিবম বিশ্বকর্মা, রোহিত রবিদাস, তিরুমালাগিরি যশবন্ত সাই গোপী, অপূর্ব মণ্ডল, তপব্রত মান্না, অমন কুমার সিং, আশিস কুমার, অমরেন্দ্র কুমার বর্মা, চিরদীপ লাহিরি, কার্তিকেয় মিশ্রা, ঋষভ সামন্ত, পদ্মলোচন মণ্ডল, ঋচিক ঘোষ, রোহিত সাউ, চুনারকার স্বপ্নীল, সুজন হালদার, শশাঙ্ক ত্রিপাঠী, পামিদি সাই তরুণ, চিন্তা সুদীপ, ধরমবীর সিং, শিবম গোয়ান, শ্রীপুরা সাই গৌতম, মনোজ কুমার পাল, আলাপন ঘোষ, কুমার সিদ্ধান্ত, সূর্য মিশ্র, রামবর্কি দেবা, শরৎ সূর্য, সায়ন মাঝি, রায়াদু ভানু তেজা, দেবার্পণ মুখার্জি, নাগেন্দ্র তন্দ্রে, অমন কুমার রায়, রোহন বিশ্বাস, অজয় কুমার, আরা সাই কুমার, রামওয়ালি মিনা, ধীরজ রাঠোর, শুভদীপ হাঁসদা, শেখ আব্দুল রশিদ, হর্ষল ভগত, উগল মুগলে, গদ্বেষণা কৌশিক, কৌস্তব পাল, পট্টুরি সুধাকর, সৌগত সরকার, অমন কুমার ত্রিপাঠী, রাহুল চৌধুরী, সুতীর্থ চৌধুরী, শাওন ভট্টাচার্য শান্ত, সৈকত চৌধুরী, অন্বেষ রাজ, অংশুমান ঝা, অর্ক বেরা, শৌপিক তপাদার, অনুমল্লু অন্বেষ, তন্ময় মোহন দেবলি, রিক মণ্ডল, সন্দীপ কুমার, বনটু সতীশ নায়ক, অঙ্কুর পাল, মাহফুজা রহমান দরিন, প্রতীক বিশ্বাস, টি জগদেশ রাও, এম জ্যোতি স্বরূপ, কৃষ্ণ প্রতাপ রাও, উৎপত্তি রামকৃষ্ণ, সঞ্জয় লাকড়া, মাথালা দিব্যা তেজা, শুভম দেউরি, নিলয় সাহা।
I request Dr. Supriyo Bera, Head of the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, to call out the names of recipients of Btec degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering.
Ravi Shankar Munda, Shubhra Roy, Rinchen Khangdoma Tamang, Sibnandan Rawani, Ramon Kapri, Iksa Subba, Jayant Mishra, Bhukya Seva, Ishita Das, Riddhiman Sanal, Sugoto Mondol, অমর্ত্য পল, রাহুল সিং, দৈতা পাল, অনিক সাহা, অঙ্কিত, অরিজিৎ প্রামাণিক, স্বপ্নীল চ্যাটার্জি, বাসু ট্যান্ডন, ভামিডিমারি মানস্বিনী, তুষার বারওয়াল, The following students are being awarded the Btec degree in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering in absentia. Mohima Dash, Shubhajit Dash, Ishika Shivani, Falak Tiwari, Manish Maniratnam, Arijit Bishwas, Shubham Sharap, Kumari Shubham Chaudhuri, নীলাদ্রি ঘোষ, অভিষেক কুমার, অরিজিৎ মাঝি, পুষ্প রঞ্জন, সন্দীপ বিশ্বাস, সুরজিৎ বসাক, সুধীর ললিতেন্দ্র কান্নেপাল্লি, মহেশ কুমার ঢাকের, আদর্শ স, অশ্বিনী কুমার মাহালি, মোনাঙ্গি আশিস, অমর কুমার, রুশালী সৎপুতে, সোহম মুখার্জি, সুনীল স, আমন প্রকাশ, সৃঞ্জয় ব্যানার্জি, দেবজ্যোতি চাকি, রোজালিন আচারিয়া, ঋষভ দত্ত, নিখিল কুমার, স্বরাজ আগরওয়াল, বিপ্রতীপ নিয়োগী, সায়র দাস, দেবর্ণা ভট্টাচার্য, গৌরব কুমার, নিখিল কুমার, রাসিল সামরিয়া, মেশালা ইয়াসবন্ত.
All the degree recipients are requested to take pledge in online mode. The leader will lead and others shall follow. We request the respected director to take the charge.
I charge you that in thought, word and deed, you will ever maintain the purity, dignity and integrity of your profession and honor of the institute. Please take the pledge.
We, the recipients of degrees of National Institute of Technology, Durgapur, hereby pledge that we shall, in thought and deed, ever endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of our duties as engineers, technologists, scientists, and managers, that in all circumstances we shall uphold the dignity and integrity of our profession and the honor of our alma mater, and that we shall devote all our energies to promote the unity and secular ideal of our country and utilize our knowledge of Engineering, Technology, Science, Humanities, and Management in the service of our motherland.
We request the respected chairperson, Board of Governors, to declare the 17th annual convocation closed.
I declare the 17th convocation of NIT Durgapur closed.